Tracey, I'm delighted that you've agreed to participate in our showcase series. You've just been through the Scenic Entrepreneurial Hub, and you're doing some fantastic work in your business. So what I'd like you to do today is just tell us a little bit more about your business. And then I'll also be asking you a few other questions in terms of how you think about your business and also moving forward. So maybe kick off. Please tell me about your business.
Yeah, hello, I'm Tracey Hartmann and I'm a storyteller based in the Scenic Rim. I specialise in the writing of people's memoirs. I was a trained journalist and I absolutely love the interview process. And the business started out when I was recording people's oral histories, and people would come to me by word of mouth, and clients started asking for more than just the audio, which I love, the audio and listening to someone tell their own story, but clients wanted more. So the business changed over the last 15 years to include a full inclusive biography service. So some clients I provide a ghostwriting service to, others I purely edit a draft that they've written, and all the way through to editing, design, and then printing self-published memoirs. And I have always found when talking to people, whether it's in the street or at networking opportunities, that everyone has a story that they'd like to tell, or they have a loved one whose story they'd like to record. And I just find that I am the person that can help them do that.
So what vision have you got for your business moving forward?
My business really has been what people call a side hustle. For about 15 years, it has complemented other corporate communication works that I've done. Once I finished in radio, I went into other communication areas and have become a communications generalist in that professional capacity. But this business of storytelling and writing people's life stories just continued along in the background. Sometimes I was full-time, sometimes I was part-time, so I dipped in and out, and it's been a little bit of that roller coaster of is it real or is it something that you do as a hobby? And my dream for my business and what I do is for it to become a full-time occupation for me, and that I become to curate a small team of storytellers here in the Scenic Rim, and in the long term to really embrace the digital age and find a way to have an online platform using the methodologies of oral history to help others record their family stories or their life story in an easy way. So that's the long-term vision for my business.
You've been on this journey for some time now. What have you found would be 3 top elements that's really important in starting a business that's really worked for you?
What's really worked for me in starting my business was the customer referrals. I started off small with family and family friends, and then it quickly grew to those recommendations from good experiences where people enjoyed the process of having their memoir recorded or their life story recorded, and then clients came to me by word of mouth. So that was a really powerful thing for me to understand what word of mouth can do and what customers can do for that next client. And then other things were in the creative space, it can be a little bit lonely when you're working on your own. So I really reached out to others that did similar work to me, and have a network of other writers who support me, and vice versa. And that's been really wonderful. And also having suppliers who understand small runs. So when you're not printing 10,000 copies of a book and doing small copies for families, which is what my business is often, it was finding the right supplier who understood that I needed smaller quantities but a high quality product, and finding that here in the southeast corner.
You have just finished the Scenic Room Entrepreneurial Hub. It's a 12-week program, and you have been very successful in finishing this program and working your way through quite a active and a hectic 12 weeks. What has been the value of the Scenic Room Entrepreneurial Hub to you? Maybe both personally, but also in relation to your business.
Scenic Rim Entrepreneurial Hub for me has really validated small business in this area, and it has sort of given us some confidence that as a sole trader, you are valuable. Your contribution from a business point of view is valuable, and then also the confidence to grow and to not just stay as a sole trader, to find ways to increase your team or increase your reach, and that's probably been a really important part of the Entrepreneurial Hub. A lot of us, I think, started out thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm big enough to be here to have this wonderful opportunity to learn all of the lessons about growing a business. And we lent on each other and understood that micro or sole traders, are valuable and can grow and become that bigger business that we're dreaming of. I think it also connected like-minded people from all corners of the Scenic Rim, from the east and the west, and people that we wouldn't necessarily be in contact with. I've got contacts in my professional space, in the creative space, but the Entrepreneurial Hub connected me with people from other industries, and that was just so valuable to have fresh eyes and ears listening to your business venture and providing valuable feedback and support to how to grow it. So that was a really big impact for me.
Then finally, I would like you to tell other entrepreneurs a little bit about what the biggest overall lesson is that you've learned in your entrepreneurial journey so far, please, because we're really interested in also harnessing the talents of other entrepreneurs and passing those lessons to them as well.
The biggest lesson I've learned is to ask for help. I think when you have an idea and you want to do it on your own, you sort of think that you are a sole trader, so therefore you are solo. And I think it couldn't be farther from the truth. In terms of success, you really need to reach out, ask for help, not be the one-stop shop. Find out what you do well and then outsource the other things. And that's a lesson I'm still learning as you give way to some of the things you did in the business when it started out and things that you no longer do, because you can outsource that and you spend your time on more valuable parts of the business. I think that's a big lesson. And also understanding marketing. So the Entrepreneurial Hub really gave me permission to advertise, to not just rely on that customer referrals, and to dream bigger and to reach more people and have a customer funnel outside of what I thought was just word of mouth, and really expanding those opportunities. Is an infinite possibility. So that lesson in terms of you're always learning and don't set limits on your business.
Tracey, thanks so much for joining us today. We're really looking forward to see how your journey unfolds as you go forward, and wishing you all the best in the future as well.
Thank you, Retha, and thank you to Scenic Rim Regional Council and to USQ for the opportunity to be part of this. It was a privilege for me to be part of it, and I'm grateful for all the lessons learned.